Hello, I'm Paul McQueen and welcome to another edition of Songwriters Across Australia. Of course, Songwriters Across Australia dedicated to independent Australian music. Now, before we get on to our feature artist, Tony Martin, I've had a lot of inquiries lately about singer-songwriter nights. Now, I know that a venue in Hornsby has opened up and is very willing to preview new talent. Look, if you'd like to get in contact with Songwriters Across Australia, we can fire off some emails, perhaps even get you in contact with Russell Neal, who runs a whole lot of shows in Sydney that foster and nurture emerging talent. Okay, so look, just send us off an email, studio@swaa.com.au, studio@swaa.com.au, and we'll reply with some links for emerging artists. Now, our feature artist, our guest for the show, Tony Martin, joins us. Tony, thanks for coming in.
Great to see you. How are you, Paul?
I'm very well.
That's good.
Especially after listening to your warm-ups and pre-records and things. We've got a couple of tracks there, very bluesy.
Yeah, they are.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Really like what you're doing.
It's kind of my forte. I mean, I play all different types of venues, but that's where my heart is.
Yeah. A couple of very interesting venues, and we'll get to that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But working the Australian music scene for
many years.
Years.
Longer than I can remember.
Yeah.
But I've just been doing the solo and solo duo trio band thing all around the clubs, basing myself in Sydney, but playing overseas as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
You've got about 6 albums out on your catalogue?
Yeah, 6, pretty much so.
That's very prolific. And the latest one that you're promoting at the moment
is Old 45s.
Old 45s.
Yeah.
Because the majority of your work is covers.
Yeah.
Going back to that really early bluesy sort of sounds.
Absolutely. Yeah. I like the kind of Muddy Waters, Lightning Hopkins kind of thing.
Sure.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
And getting right into the Delta stuff. You know?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Because that's purely the acoustic sound.
Yeah, our first track, Homesick Blues, features your resonator guitar.
Absolutely, yeah.
But you've got about 30 odd guitars.
Yes, I there's any guitar players out there, just remember, you just can't have enough guitars.
Yeah.
30 is not enough. It's got to go up. You know?
You haven't got a favourite?
I've got a couple of favourites, but they're kind of like hybrids. You know, they're not real expensive guitars. They're guitars that, you know, I felt sorry for because I found it in a pawn shop somewhere.
Right.
It was only about 4 strings on it, so I took it home, ripped the strings off, put my own pickups in there, put the new machine heads in it, and I'm still using it to this day.
Yeah. I suppose having a favourite would be a favourite for a venue-specific thing. It depends on where you're playing.
It's also the sound you want, too. If you want a specific sound, so if you want a nice fat sound, you get something with PAF pickups or Damasios or humbuckers.
Okay.
If you want that really nice sort of thin sound, you go for the Strat or the Telly.
I suppose that also transcends into where you're recording. If you're recording a bit of session work with somebody, and
if you want that, the growl factor, as I look for.
Right.
It all comes with tube amps and humbucker pickups.
Yeah. I remember years ago Chris Turner telling me that he used to travel around with one guitar but 5 pickup plates.
Yeah, really.
And he'd just swap the plates over to get a different sound, but basically use the same guitar.
Wow,
it's a little bit harder with acoustic guitars, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need a truck.
I'll never take one guitar with me because I was playing out on the road somewhere and I didn't have enough room to carry half a dozen guitars, but I only took one guitar with me, 3 shows, and the first show the guitar sort of went to pieces. So here I am in a motel room, lying underneath the coffee table, trying to screw the the jack plug back into it.
Right.
Never do it again.
No.
Yeah.
We should go for a song, I think.
We should
go for a song. Homesick Blues.
Homesick Blues, yeah. It's about being on the road for many, many years. And
sure.
Missing out on a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
All right, Tony Martin's our feature artist. Homesick Blues, enjoy this.
Thank you.